Namaste yogis, and welcome to your mat. This practice is all about courage. It's about your vitality, your enthusiasm, and your playfulness. We're going to play with Bakasana today, with arm balancing. If that's not in your wheelhouse, don't worry. There's lots of adaptations and modifications. Let's dive right in. So please come to all fours on your mat with your hands directly underneath of your shoulders and your knees directly underneath of your hips. And let's start with some simple cat-cows, but with some added little attention to detail. So as you inhale, arch your back, broaden your collarbones, open your throat. And as you exhale, powerfully draw your navel point back, round your back, and push your upper middle back to the sky. Push the floor away harder than it's pushing you. And then inhale, arch your back again, open your throat. And exhale, round your back, push your upper middle back to the sky. Do that 2 more times. Inhale. And exhale. Last time, in. And exhale, navel point back. Good. Inhale, come back to neutral, curl your toes under, and take your seat high and wide to downward facing dog. Take a moment and pedal through your feet. Bend your right knee, straightening your left heel towards the mat. And then switch, bend your left knee, push your right heel to the mat. And come back to neutral and hold downward facing dog. This first round, just walk your feet up to your hands, nice and casual. Keep a little bend in your knees. Grab opposite palm to opposite elbow and just release your spine. Bring your hands to your shins and halfway lift. And exhale, bow forward once again, little bend. Inhale, push yourself all the way up to stand. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, bring your hands to your heart center. We want to start by building just a little bit of stability in the lower back. So take your feet hip distance apart. That's one of your own feet's distance. And then inhale, take your arms up. Exhale, bend your knees, sink your seat, chair pose. And the second half of your exhale, keep your knees bent and drop your belly to your thighs. First half of the inhale, lift your chest, sit back into chair, and then push all the way to stand. 4 more. Exhale, glide down. Chest to thighs. Inhale, sit back in your chair and power up to stand. 3 more. Exhale. Inhale back into your chair. Last 2. Exhale, sink your hips, drop your belly to your thighs. Inhale, lift your chest, push to stand. And last time, exhale. Inhale, lift your chest, and push all the way up to stand. Release your arms to your side. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, trace the center line and fold forward over your legs. Inhale and halfway lift. And exhale, step your feet back, downward facing dog. We'll take some variations of some sun salutations, starting with spinal rolls. Tuck your chin to your chest, round your upper back, and inhale, roll forward all the way into chaturanga. Good. From here, stay on the balls of your feet, toes curled under, and push into floating upward facing dog. Broaden your collarbones, push your thighs to the sky, super powerful in your legs. Now tuck your chin to your chest, push your upper middle back to the sky, corset your belly, roll all the way up and back to downward facing dog. Look forward at your hands. Step your right foot to the outside of your right hand with your toes pointing out. And now step your left foot forward to the outside of your left hand and drop into Malasana, or a yogi squat. From here, bring your fingertips to the floor, straighten your legs, spin your toes forward, and heel toe your feet together. A little bend in your knees. Inhale and halfway lift. Exhale and bow in. From here, keep that bend in your knees, super strong in your glutes. Pull your navel point back and roll your spine up, vertebrae by vertebrae. When you arrive at the top, inhale, take your arms up to the sky, and exhale, bring your hands to your heart center. Again, inhale, take your arms up to the sky. Trace the center line and fold forward. Exhale. Inhale and halfway lift. Good, now from here, bend your knees deeply, come up onto your toes and plant your hands. Shift your weight forward so your shoulders come past your wrists. Powerfully grip the floor and then step your right foot back and your left foot back. Lower all the way to the floor, chaturanga. Good. Here, point your toes onto the floor. Bend your knees and drag them forward so your butt lifts up into the air. And then tuck your tail, pull your navel point back, round your spine, and uncurl all the way into upward facing dog. Tuck your chin to your chest, push your upper middle back to the sky, and roll up and back, downward facing dog. Hold and breathe. Good, so now you have the modifications, and this time I'm going to offer the option of jumping through some of these poses. You are welcome to step. We'll start with that spinal roll again. So round your upper middle back, come way up on your toes, roll forward, vertebrae by vertebrae, all the way into chaturanga, floating up dog. Lift your chest, stay on the balls of your feet. Tuck your chin to your chest, push your upper middle back to the sky, and roll all the way up and back, downward facing dog. Look forward at your hands and step or jump all the way through to Malasana, yogi squat. Bring your fingertips to the floor, straighten your legs, spin off of your heels. Heel toe your feet together, halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, bow in. Bend your knees, engage your glutes, and curl up vertebrae by vertebrae. When you arrive at the top, inhale, take your arms up, and exhale, hands to your heart center. One more time like that, deep breath in, sweep your arms up. Trace the center line, and exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. And now exhale, find that little squat again. Plant your palms, shift your weight forward into your hands, and if you wish, step or jump back, chaturanga. Lower to your belly. Once again, point your toes. Drag your knees in so your butt lifts up, and then tuck your tail, pull your abs in, and unfurl. Roll all the way into upward facing dog. Tuck your chin to your chest, round your upper back, and scoop and roll all the way back. Downward facing dog. Hold and breathe. Take one more breath in downward facing dog. And we'll do that whole thing one more time. So spinal roll, tuck your chin to your chest, come up on the balls of your feet, round your back, and roll all the way forward into chaturanga. Inhale, floating up dog, straighten your arms, broaden your chest. Tuck your chin to your chest and scoop and roll all the way back, downward facing dog. Look forward at your hands and step or float forward into Malasana. Yogi squat, lift your chest. Spin off of your heels and heel toe your feet back together. Inhale, halfway lift, and bend your knees, fold over your legs. Strong legs, scoop and round, roll all the way up to stand. Take your arms up over your head and bring your hands to your heart center. Deep breath in, arms up, inhale. Exhale, hinge from your hips and fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your palms. Once again, shift your weight forward into your hands, shoulders past your wrists, and then lift your feet up, float back. Inhale, up dog, tuck your chin to your chest, and roll all the way up and back, downward facing dog. Hold and breathe here. Good, from here, a little change, step your feet to touch. Look forward at your hands, bend your knees, and step or jump all the way through to a seat. Swing your legs out in front of you and grab onto the backs of your knees for modified Navasana. You may stay here, or if you wish, straighten your arms alongside of your shins, or if you're more flexible, push through the balls of your feet and straighten your legs. Take a deep breath in. And now exhale, cross your right ankle in front of your left. Roll forward and step or jump back, chaturanga. Inhale, balls of the feet, floating up dog, and exhale, downward facing dog. Take 3 breaths. Good, listen, inhale, bend your knees and look forward. And exhale, step or float to stand at the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, and bow in. Inhale, push all the way to stand, sweep your arms up. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Good, inhale, take your arms up. Exhale, hinge from your hips and fold in. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, step or jump, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Same thing, bend your knees, look forward, and step or float all the way through to a seat. Swing your legs out in front of you and take your variation of Navasana. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, cross your ankles, roll forward over your feet, and step or jump back, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Hold for 3 breaths. Please take 2 more breaths. We'll repeat that entire thing one more time. Bend your knees, look forward at your hands, and exhale, step or float through. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, bow in. Push to stand. Inhale, take your arms up, and exhale, hands to your heart center. Inhale, sweep your arms up, and exhale, hinge from your hips and fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, step or jump, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, floating up dog, and exhale, downward facing dog. Look forward at your hands last time. Step or jump through to a seat. Lift your legs up, Navasana, deep breath in. Exhale, cross your ankles, roll forward, and step or jump back. Inhale, floating up dog, and exhale, downward facing dog. Hold and breathe. Nice job. Please take 2 more breaths. Good, now inhale and drop to your knees. Exhale, sit back and swing your legs out in front of you for a little bit of abdominal strengthening to prepare for what's to come. So come to lie on your back and bring your big toes to touch and your knees way up into your upper arms, and then flex your wrists so it's like you were in crow pose. And now curl your head, neck, and shoulders up off of the floor and push through your hands. Good. Exhale completely. And now inhale, straighten your legs long like you were in a handstand, and exhale, curl up like you were doing crow pose. 4 more. Inhale, reach long. And exhale, squeeze, curl up like crow pose. 3 more. Inhale like you were doing a handstand. And exhale, curl up, crow pose. Last 2. Inhale, reach long. Exhale, squeeze your belly and squeeze your knees to your upper arms. Last time, inhale, reach. And exhale, curl all the way up. Now stay here, pull your abs in. Squeeze your knees to your upper inner arms. Squeeze your heels towards your butt. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Just pause on your back for a moment. Little circle with the knees. Relax your belly. Super nice. Grab onto the backs of your legs. Roll yourself all the way up. Come up to stand, and then take a little walk to the back of your mat. We're going to practice Vyana Vayu salutes, these big circulatory, energizing variations of a sun salutation. Again, Vyana Vayu is your circulation, your energy, and your enthusiasm. So with your feet hip distance apart, take a nice deep breath in, and then exhale, spin your toes open and lower down into Balasana, a yogi squat. Inhale, crawl forward to all fours. And exhale, take your hips high and wide, downward facing dog. Step your right foot all the way between your hands. Pin your back heel down, and then inhale, come up into warrior one with your shoulders slightly in front of your hips. Inhale, straighten your right leg, and exhale, dive forward, Parsvottanasana, fold in. Plant your palms and step back, downward facing dog. Good, so from here, floating up dog. Inhale, right into up dog on the balls of the feet. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, broaden your collarbones, up dog. And exhale, hips high, downward facing dog. Step your left foot between your hands. Pin your back heel down and come up, warrior one, with your shoulders slightly in front of your hips. Inhale, straighten your front leg. Exhale, and bow forward, fold in, Parsvottanasana as it is known. Plant your hands and step back, downward facing dog. Now listen, inhale and drop to your knees. Walk your hands back and roll over your feet and come into Malasana, a yogi squat once again. We're gonna slow things down here. In the following couple rounds, it'll be a little bit quicker. You may stay right here, or if you wish, plant your hands and bring your big toes to touch. Lift your knees all the way into your armpits, your upper arms. Lean forward into your palms. Lift your right heel towards your butt and lift your left heel towards your butt and take crow pose. Squeeze your knees in, squeeze your heels towards your butt. Hold and breathe. Good, now tap your toes back onto the floor, sit into your yogi squat, and then push all the way up to stand. Spin your feet parallel, take a deep breath in, and exhale, hinge forward over your legs. Grab your big toes with your index and middle fingers. Inhale and halfway lift, and exhale, bow in over your legs. Bend your knees, sit back into chair pose, Utkatasana, and inhale, push all the way up to stand, and release your arms. Exhale. Once again, inhale, take your arms up. Spin your toes open and exhale, lower down and squat, Malasana. Inhale, crawl your hands forward to all fours and exhale, seat high and wide, down dog. Step your right foot between your hands, pin your back heel down and inhale, warrior one. Exhale, straighten your front leg and bow forward, Parsvottanasana. Plant your hands, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward into upward facing dog on the balls of your feet. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, hips high, down dog. Step your left foot between your hands. Pin your back heel down and inhale, warrior one. Exhale, straighten your front leg and fold forward. Step back, downward facing dog. Just like before, inhale, drop to your knees, and then walk your hands back, roll over your feet, finding your yogi squat. Bring your big toes to touch. Again, you may stay in your squat. Otherwise, nestle your knees to your upper arms, plant your palms, and lift your feet up. Bakasana, crow pose, second set. Squeeze your heels towards your butt. Very good. Drop your toes back down, lower into Malasana. Hands to your heart center. Take a deep breath in, push to stand, arms up. Spin your feet parallel, and exhale, dive forward, flat back. Grab your big toes with your index and middle finger. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, bow in. Bend your knees, inhale, chair pose. And push to stand, release your arms. Exhale. Again, inhale, take your arms up. Exhale, spin your toes open, heels in, and lower down into Malasana. Inhale, crawl forward to all fours. Exhale, take your seat high and wide. Inhale, right foot between your hands all the way up into warrior one. And exhale, straighten your front leg and fold forward. Plant your hands, step back, down dog. Right into up dog, roll forward, balls of the feet, open your chest. Chaturanga, up dog, and hips high, downward facing dog. Step your left foot between your hands, pin your back heel down. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, straighten your front leg and fold forward. Step back, downward facing dog. Inhale and drop to your knees. Exhale, walk your hands back and roll back into your squat. Last time here, plant your palms, lean forward into your hands, squeeze your knees in, and then lift your heels, toes. Drag your heels in towards your butt. Hollow your belly, push your upper middle back to the sky. You may even try to straighten your arms here. Good, tap your feet down onto the floor, Malasana. Lift your chest and push all the way up to stand. Arms up overhead. Take your feet parallel and dive forward. Exhale. Listen, inhale, halfway up, and exhale, fold in and stay here. Lengthen your front of your spine. Take nice deep breaths. Very good. Bend your knees, sit back into chair pose, slow everything down. And push all the way up to stand and release your arms to your side. Inhale, take your arms up. Spin your toes open, heels in, lower down and squat. Inhale, come forward to all fours and exhale, downward facing dog. Step your right foot between your hands and please listen. Pin your back heel down. Inhale up to warrior one. From here, spin onto the ball of your back foot. Pitch your chest forward and start to lean forward into Virabhadrasana 1. Take your arms back by your hips and fly. Chest forward, heel back. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Energizing that outer right hip. Good, and now gracefully as you can, bend your right knee, tap your big your big toe and the ball of your left foot on the floor, and then inhale, take your arms up into high lunge. Deep breath in, lean back, open up your chest, and exhale, bring your hands to the mat and step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward, up dog on the balls of your feet, and exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, and downward facing dog. Step your left foot through. Pin your back heel down, and once again, inhale up into warrior one. Spin onto the ball of your back foot and start to pitch your chest forward, lean forward, and then lift your right leg up off of the floor. Swim your arms back and fly. Reach through your chest all the way through the ball of that back foot. Engage your outer left hip. Navel point back. And now bend your left knee. Tap your right foot on the floor. Inhale, lift your chest up. Modified warrior one. And exhale, bring your hands to the mat and step back, downward facing dog. Hold and breathe here. From downward facing dog, if you wish, take that vinyasa. Inhale, roll forward all the way into floating up dog. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, floating up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good, same thing. Step your right foot between your hands. Pin your back heel down and inhale, warrior one. We're gonna add on, spin onto the ball of your back foot and then sweep your arms back, lift your left leg, warrior three. Push through the ball of your left foot. Nice deep breaths. Very good. Bend your right knee. Tap your left foot on the floor. Inhale, take your arms up to the sky. Deep breath in. And now straighten your right leg and fold forward, Parsvottanasana. You can pin your back heel down onto the floor if you wish. Lengthen the front of your spine. You're always welcome to keep the front knee a little bit bent. I'm recovering from an injury right now, and that little micro bend is so nourishing and nice. Take a deep breath in. Long breath out. Rebend your right knee. Plant your palms and step back, downward facing dog. Take the vinyasa, if you wish, rolling forward, floating up dog. Chaturanga. Up dog. And downward facing dog. Step your left foot through. Pin your back heel down, warrior one. And then once again, come to the ball of your back foot. And one fluid motion, arms back, right leg lifts. Reach through your chest. And then bend your left knee, step your right foot back. Find modified warrior one on the ball of your back foot. And then straighten your left leg and bow forward. And if you wish, pin your right heel down. Lengthen the front of your spine. Hug your shin bones towards each other. And breathe here. Plant your hands and step back, downward facing dog. Last time for a vinyasa, inhale forward. Chaturanga. Up dog. And downward facing dog. Hold and breathe. Take a couple more breaths, letting everything slow down a little bit. And now step your right foot between your hands. And then walk your feet parallel to one another so that you're facing the long edge of your mat, and push all the way up to stand. Shorten your stance so that the inner edges of your feet are slightly wider than your shoulders. Take your hands to the backs of your legs, just below your seat. Inhale and lift your chest, and exhale, fold forward, trace the backs of your legs. Inhale, come up halfway, long spine. Exhale and bow in. Two more like that. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Last time, inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, bow in. Stay here, 5 breaths. Shift the weight slightly towards the balls of your feet. Think about lifting your seat high and taking the curve out of the upper middle back by lengthening the front of the spine forward. And breathe here. Very nice. Release your feet and bring your fingertips under your shoulders. Take your left hand directly under your sternum and inhale and curl your right arm up to the sky. As you exhale, twist the belly a little bit deeper. Inhale, lengthen, and hold the rotation. Last breath, inhale. And slowly bring your right fingertips to the floor. Curled open, take your left arm up to the sky and rotate your spine. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Inhale. And exhale, bring your left fingertips back down. Fold over your legs once again, 3 more breaths. Last breath. Bring your hands once again to the backs of your legs and trace the backs of your legs, coming up with a flat back. Very good. Turn towards your right foot and adjust your stance for warrior one once again. So take your left foot slightly out to the side, right foot forward, and then bend your front knee. Sweep your arms up. As you exhale, take your hands to your lower back, interlace your fingers. Push your knuckles back, lift your chest, and then bring your belly to your front thigh. And start to slowly slide your right shoulder to the inside of your right knee. Hug that right hip in and take the knuckles up and overhead. Humble warrior. Think about lifting your back calf away from the floor. And stay so strong. Very good. Lengthen the front of your spine. Push all the way back up. Sweep your arms up, warrior one. Straighten your front leg and lower your arms and turn to face the back. So adjust your feet so that you're facing your left foot. If you need a little more space in your hips, take your right foot slightly out to the side. Inhale, take your arms up and bend your left knee, warrior one. Sweep your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers, lift your chest, and then same thing, bring your belly to your left thigh, and then slide your left shoulder to the inside of your left knee. Firm your legs, lift your hips, hug your left hip in, relax your neck, and breathe here. Two more breaths. Lengthen your spine. Push all the way back up. Sweep your arms up once again, warrior one. And straighten your front leg. Relax your arms and turn your feet parallel. Shorten your stance and step to Tadasana at the top of your mat. Pause here. Just stand well on your 2 feet for a moment. And then bring your hands to the backs of your thighs once again. Take a deep breath in. Keep your chin slightly in and trace the backs of your legs. Fold forward. Little bend in your knees. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold back down, plant your hands, and step back to downward facing dog. Just take a couple breaths in down dog to regulate everything. Very good. Drop to your knees and sit back on your heels. Bring your knees to touch and inhale, take your arms up. As you exhale, keep your chin in, flat back, lower your belly to your thighs, forehead to the mat. Long spine, inhale, sit all the way back up. If this is too much, bring your hands to your lower back. Again, exhale, fold in. Inhale, push all the way back up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift back up. Last time, exhale, fold forward. And now rest your palms on the floor. Widen your knees a little bit and rest here in child's pose. Very good. Come forward and lie on your back with your knees bent and the soles of your feet on the floor. I want to counteract some of that work, all this asymmetrical work that we've done and all this forward bending. So plant your palms next to your hips with your feet hip distance apart for dynamic bridge pose. Inhale, lift your hips, sweep your arms alongside of your ears. And exhale, lower your hips and lower your arms. 4 more times with your breath. Inhale. Exhale, lower your hips, lower your arms. Last 3. Two more. One more time, lift your hips, deep breath in. Exhale, lower your hips, lower your arms. And just pause here on your back for a moment. Let everything settle. Draw your knees into your chest and sit all the way up to a seat. Extend your legs out in front of you. So from here, swing both of your feet over to the left and rest your left ankle in the arch of your right foot for Bharadvajasana. It's a sage's name, so there's no translation for the pose. Swing your right fingertips behind you. Inhale, take your left arm high, and then turn your belly to the right. Bring the back of your left hand to the outside of your right thigh. Turn your head towards me. Drop your chin down towards your shoulder, and then roll your head back till you feel this nice stretch up the side of the neck to the shoulder. If you're more flexible, slide the back of your right hand under, your left hand under your right thigh. And if you still have space, swing your right hand behind your back and catch your left bicep, and then roll your left bicep open. And hold and breathe here. Keep anchoring your navel to the right. Good deep breaths. Release the clasp if you took the bind, and use your inhalation to come out of the rotation. And just pause in the center and feel two sides of your body. Very good. Swing both of your feet over to the right. Your right ankle will now be resting in the arch of your left foot. Take your left fingertips behind you. Inhale, take your right arm to the sky. Turn your belly to the left and bring the back of your right hand to the outside of your left thigh. Turn your head towards me, drop your chin, and then roll your head back. And again, if you have more space, slide the back of your right hand under your left thigh. And if you still have room, swing your left arm behind your back, clasping your right bicep. Roll your chest open and breathe. Like one more deep breath here. Release the bind if you took it, and inhale, come out of the rotation. Extend your legs out in front of you for Ardha Matsyendrasana, half Lord of the Fishes. Bend your left knee and place it on the outside of your right knee. And then optionally, swing your right heel towards your seat. Take your left fingertips behind you and your right arm high to the sky. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, twist to the left. Hook your right elbow to the outside of your left knee. Look back over your left shoulder. Narrow your hips. Broaden your chest. And breathe here. Use your next inhalation and unwind from the twist. And extend your legs out in front of you, Dandasana. Bend your right knee. Place the sole of your right foot on the outside of your left. Swing your left heel towards your outer right hip. Take your right fingertips behind you and your left arm high. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, twist to the right. Hook your left elbow to the outside of your right knee. Spiral your belly to the right. Narrow your hips and look back over your right shoulder. And breathe. Very good. Use your inhalation and come out of the rotation. And now just take your feet out in front of you, soles of your feet to touch. Lift your seat up and bring it as close to your heels as it is comfortable in your knees and your hips. Take your index and middle fingers to your big toes. Sit up nice and tall in Bakasana. Inhale, lift your chest. And exhale, hinge from your hips part way forward. Inhale, come up about an inch, lengthen your spine more. Exhale, hinge from the hips a little deeper. Again, inhale, come slightly out of the pose. And exhale, fold in. One more time, come up, inhale, part way. And now exhale, fold forward to your deepest Baddha Konasana, trying to keep the hinge primarily in the hips, not in the spine. And hold and breathe. Just lengthen the front of your spine forward. And super slow, sit all the way up. Assist your knees together. And please come to lie on your back. Grab onto the backs of your thighs above your knee. Take a nice deep breath in, and then exhale and push your feet up to the sky. Take your hands to the inside of your legs and open them up to a nice gentle straddle. Not a huge straddle, just a little baby one. And then hands to the outside of the legs, slide them back together. And bend your knees into your chest once again. Hands to the backs of your thighs, push your heels to the sky. Open up your legs to a gentle, easy straddle. Assist your knees back together and bend your knees into your chest. One more time. Feet to the sky, keeping contact with your legs. Open them up to the side, a nice gentle straddle. Draw the legs back together and pull your knees into your chest. Wrap your forearms around your shins and just squeeze your knees into your chest. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. And then please extend your legs along the floor for Shavasana. Take your heels slightly wider than your hips. Let your feet fall open. Nestle your shoulders underneath of you and relax your hands next to your hips with your palms to the sky. Close your eyes. Take 3 or 4 deep breaths here to start to return awareness to your breath and to invite balance to your system. As you rest on your back, with every exhalation, allow yourself to let go so there's no holding in the body. When you've completed those 3 breaths, allow the breath to become effortless, finding its ideal rhythm for this moment. Body breathes. Awareness remains aware. Feel the back of your head on the floor, heavy. Your 2 shoulders on the floor, heavy. Buttocks on the floor. Arms. Awareness of your heels resting on the floor. Allow the body to become increasingly heavy. And let the breath become even slower, and the mind to become more absorbed in the rhythm of the breath. Relax. Let's begin to deepen your breath, turning some awareness to this body and this breath. And take some small movements in your fingers and your toes. Bend your knees and roll to a fetal position on your left side, resting your head on your left elbow. Use your right hand and press yourself up to a seat. When you arrive in your seat, establish Kaya Sthira, the body still. All real practice is counterintuitive. It goes against our nature. It's something other than what we came with. And it's why we grow, because we irritate ourselves in the right way. We do challenging things that push our bodies, our emotions, our mental capacity to draw up our resilience so we can have greater courage in the face of challenges. We practice breathing so we can stay at the center of ourselves, even when there's velocity, intensity, speed. Take just a moment here to just watch the rhythm of your breath and to feel yourself at the center of yourself, with everything in front of you as your future, everything behind you is memory, and you are at the center of yourself. It's from this place that we can draw up our courage and our fortitude to be moving forward in life. I'll close the practice with the Gayatri mantra. This mantra is just a reminder of the divine that is within us and around us, the sacredness of all life, especially yours. Om Bhurva Svaha Tatsavitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Diyo yo na prachodayat Om Bhurva Svaha Tatsavitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Diyo yo na prachodayat Om Bhurva Svaha Tatsavitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Diyo yo na prachodayat Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Please rub your palms together vigorously in front of your face. Cup your palms over your eyes with your fingertips on your hairline. Offer yourself loving touch. Open your eyes behind your palms, letting in the darkness. Release your palms, let in the light, and welcome yourself back. Thank you so much for practicing with me today, and have a beautiful day wherever you are.